What's up, everybody? Mike Lindsley back with you for an ML Sports Take here from Rosie's Corner. Stop by, grab the Fish Friday today, your entree version for dinner or lunch sandwich, and you can pair it up with the mac and cheese, the coleslaw, and the French fries. So good here. Smells so good. They've got the pizza wing combinations for all the games today, as well as hot and cold subs, the classic burger, stuffed shells, you name it. It's all here at Rosie's Corner. Desserts, drinks, and more in the cooler. It's awesome. This place is just great. And I'll tell you what, gift cards are available for every occasion. And now you can download the Slice app and order right from there here at Rosie's Corner. I want to break down the Freddie Freeman to the LA Dodgers deal. 6 years, $162 million. And here's where I land across the board. First of all, if I'm a Braves fan, which I'm not, I would be crushed. This is your guy, cornerstone player, first baseman, face of the franchise, just won a World Series, and now he's gone. And if I'm a Braves fan, I am dying inside from that because he's your guy. Now listen, they may have upgraded at first base with Matt Olson. Here's a guy who last year had a great year. He's a potential 35 to 40 home run guy every single year. I think he had 117 RBI and 39 dingers last year, if I remember correctly. He just signed an 8-year deal. They picked him up in the trade, gave a ton of big prospects away. Then they signed him to a deal, 8 years at $168 million for cheaper than Freddie Freeman per year. Freddie Freeman's going to make $27 million in LA. Matt Olson's going to make $21 million in Atlanta. So based on the market, the Braves saved money. They got younger as well because he's 27 years old. Freeman is 32. Maybe it'll be a better deal. Maybe it is, something that at least Braves fans can say, man, I'm crushed, but we'll put a little bit of a bandage. The wound is fresh, but, you put a little bandage on that, baby, and it's going to be okay because Matt Olson's a hell of a player. But, man, Freddie Freeman, if I'm a Braves fan, I am dying inside. The other thing is the LA Dodgers, how many freaking players can you possibly get, right? I remember back in the 90s when the Yankees were winning World Series. They won 4 and 5 years. They went to and won 6 pennants in 7 years. The whole thing, 96 to 03, Rivera, Jeter, Bernie, Posada, Andy Pettitte, all these guys, they were built on the farm system. And the management, right? Bob Watson and Gene Michael before that, they just knew their players. They knew their prospects. They knew when to trade Jake Westbrook for David Justice, Eric Milton for Chuck Knobloch, Sterling Hitchcock and Russ Davis to Seattle for Tino Martinez and Jeff Nelson. They knew when to trade Graham Lloyd, Homer Bush, and David Wells to Toronto for Roger Clemens. They just knew when to do all those things. They didn't get enough credit for it then. They still don't now. The farm system back then, still now, they just didn't get enough credit for those things. Most of the anti-Yankee thing and the Yankee hate was all, it's money. All they do is throw money to players. And what's crazy is they actually did it way worse than that later on and won less as far as pennants and World Series go. They'd win a division, lose to the Angels in the playoffs. They'd win a division, lose to the Tigers because they have way too much pitching. Win the pennant in 2003, but then lose to the Marlins in the World Series after the emotional 7-gamer against the Boston Red Sox. 04, the ultimate choke job against Boston. So this is just the Dodgers, to me, right now are spending far more than the Yankees did. I know that time goes on and, budgets go up and more money's made and the TV deals have gone, into it, both for major leagues and for, just private TV deals, right? Like the Yankees with the S Network and the LA Dodgers have their own network and everybody has their own network now. SNY with the Mets, everybody has their own. But, man, they are, like, where are all the columns of, Dodgers blowing money, the evil empire, blah, blah. Where are all those columns? I don't even know anybody who's upset about this. I have to, Google the ends of the earth to find anybody who's ripping on the Dodgers because of the amount of money they have and the amount of money they spend. Now, listen, I realize that 2 big things happen still with the Dodgers. They have a great front office led by Andrew Friedman. I get that, with great ownership. And look, the farm system is really, really good. Just like I was talking about with the Yankees, they have a lot of their own homegrown players, and they've mixed and matched some of those guys with these free agent signings and trades like Mookie Betts and company. But think about this. You've got A.J. Pollock in the outfield, Cody Bellinger. You've got Mookie Betts. You've got in your infield, you've got you've got Trey Turner. You have Justin Turner. And then you just added Freddie Freeman to play first base. You've got depth at catcher. Will Smith is terrific. Gavin Lux can be a backup outfielder at this point. Backup outfielder, infielder. for this LA Dodger team. So it's just amazing, amazing stuff. They're deep, they're powerful, they're versatile, hitting for average and for power. Now the pitching staff leaves a little bit to be desired there for the LA Dodgers, but this is obviously another tremendous signing for the Dodgers, getting Freddie Freeman. And look, the one thing too with the Dodgers, they've spent north of I don't know, $230 million on their payroll the last several years. 250, 260, 280. They're probably going to be close to $300 million this year. And if you really look at the totality of it, this thing goes back to 2013 when they won division championships 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20, the year they won the World Series in the shortened season game, 60-game season. That's 8 straight division titles. They won the wild card last year because San Francisco came out of nowhere and won the division. My point is very simple. If you look at all those division titles and you look at 3 pennants and 1 World Series, technically, the LA Dodgers have underperformed. I mean, you should be in the discussion right at the top all the time. I'm not saying it's easy to win every year. You can spend a ton of money, still spend it wrongly. You can still, you still have to go out and perform. That's what sports are about. And you can talk about payroll all day long, but you have to still go out and play the games. You face injuries no matter what your payroll is, no matter what level of sport you are, you face injuries. But having said all that, if you look at just the argument for the payroll, the Dodgers have probably come up a little bit short. I mean, they've won a few pennants. They've got a World Series. They have a bunch of division titles over the course of this stretch. I mean, 2013, that's almost 10 years, 1 title total. They've gone to 3 World Series. With the amount of money that they spend, you would think that would be just an easy pick. That's just... for me, I mean, it's an easy pick if you're a columnist or whoever to just go and rip on the Dodgers payroll. Like, dude, you guys just keep spending tons and tons and tons of money. You have 1 World Series to show for it. Again, I don't expect teams to win every year. It's hard to win every year. But good grief. I mean, the Dodgers just keep blowing money. But, if you look at the market value, some of the market value would point towards Freddie Freeman at $27 million for 6 years and, age 32 to 38 seasons. It's about where it is, really. They might have even gotten a deal. And the Braves got a better deal by signing Matt Olson, 5 years younger, playing the position of first base, and, was more productive than Freeman last year. But baseball's wild right now. Players are flying all over the place. There's still a lot of guys out there who haven't been signed. Trevor Story, Carlos Correa, and others. So we'll see what happens. Clayton Kershaw's back with the Dodgers, by the way, as well. So let's get this thing started. Spring training and the regular season. Super happy that they're back despite the horrible analytic play going throughout the league. Mike Lindsley with you here. It's an ML Sports Take brought to you by our great friends at Rosie's Corner. Pizza, wings, pasta, hot and cold subs, and more. Stop by Rosie's. Place is amazing. It smells great here. Gift cards are available for any occasion. They've got the drinks, the desserts, and the salads to go as well. Try the meatball bomber. Try the garlic parm wings. Try the classic burger. Try it all here at Rosie's Corner. And you can find them on Facebook and Instagram for more information. As I always tell you, enjoy the games.